From the back of a resident's Humvee.
Well, this is unlike any storm I've ever been through.
Senator Joe Gruters and I got a look at flooding in the Sarasota County neighborhood of Laurel Meadows.
You just got to feel for the families that were impacted. Lives are literally ruined.
Senator Gruters grew up in Sarasota County. He wants answers as to why neighborhoods from Bay Vista to here and beyond flooded.
I'd like the state to have an investigation to determine what happened here. Why are some of these neighborhoods getting flooded like this, where a couple of days after the storm, it's still halfway up the house, halfway in the houses?
Many homeowners like Jeffrey Skimmerhorn didn't have flood insurance.
We're almost 30 feet above sea level. No, it was never required, never suggested.
This was supposed to be his family's dream home, which quickly took on water starting Sunday night.
I call the county almost every hour on the hour saying that it's getting higher. Can somebody do something? Is their drain plugged? Is their pump station not working? And everything fell on deaf ears.
Skimmerhorn can only wonder if new developments going up impacted his.
Seeing all these housing developments go up and they get built up higher than everybody else, there should be a moratorium on any building until all properties that have been around for a while can handle such an event.
A mile down the road off South Leewin Drive, part of the neighborhood remained underwater.
The water came up to right there, just a little bit over.
71-year-old Robert Gondek worked to clean up what he could.
This house is a mess.
Carpet and drywall will need to be ripped up. Part of the ceiling caved in too.
No, we don't have flood insurance, unfortunately, so it's going to come out of our pockets.
His wife has owned the home for 45 years and never experienced this.
Just clean up one room at a time, keep going. Now it gives me something to do, I guess. There's retirement for you.
Senator Gruters will be requesting immediate financial assistance through state grants and more to try and prevent families' economic devastation.
If you ask them to take on an extra $250,000 loan, devastating for the families. We need financial assistance. This is when the state hopefully will come through, pick up some of these pieces.
Senator Gruters says some type of answer is needed to make sure this never happens again.
There's going to be a lot of cleanup and a lot of work to be done.
In Sarasota County, Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News. They were taken from their home by boat on Monday.
It looks like it's down to the door.
3 days later, it still takes a boat for Pastor Andy Ard and his wife to reach their Laurel Meadows home.
It's overwhelming, just a bit. The water is definitely down, but you can see how high it was.
They returned for a few hours, seeing the damage caused to their floors, drywall, and furniture, as their home took on 12 to 18 inches of water.
We've been here for almost 10 years. We've never had water issues, and we were here for Irma, we were here for Adalia, we were here for Ian.
Andy is a pastor at Bayshore Church. When church members like Brad Mullet heard what happened, he and his brother brought boats to help.
People need help and they don't have a lot of options.
They work to take residents they've never met from the road to their waterlogged homes.
I feel bad for these people. We're pretty fortunate because we had a lot of rain but didn't get any flooding at our place, but these people are going through it right now.
Andy and his wife collected clothes for work, photo albums, and items for their sons.
That's what's going to get us through this right there.
My faith is everything. I rely on knowing that Jesus has me, and I mean, that's my life. It's my story. I'm a part of his story, so this is just one bad chapter in the midst of his story.
Still, the community is asking why.
This is economically devastating to us. I don't have the money. We don't have the flood insurance to pay to repair all this. We're paying the price for whether it's development or not enough drainage because of the development. I don't know.
State Senator Joe Gruters sent a letter to Governor Ron DeSantis and the state Senate asking for immediate financial help beyond SBA loans and an investigation into why new neighborhoods and communities built under modern codes saw flooding while others did not. As they left by boat once more, the Ards know when they return, it'll be a long road ahead of them.
And there'll be a better chapter beyond this.
As Governor Ron DeSantis and First Lady Casey DeSantis stopped in Sarasota, announcing the expansion of Hope, Florida.
People are confused when these disasters strike. They don't always know where to turn. Well, Activate Hope is really gonna help remedy that.
A group of homeowners from Laurel Meadows remained outside as the governor spoke about resources it'll bring to Floridians.
Let's use government as a way to connect people in need to all these great resources.
The homeowners hope to express their need for help to the governor. But before the governor arrived, crews lowered the gates to the firehouse to reduce noise inside. But residents felt shut out. After the governor left, Simona Yella tried to get a word with County Commissioner Joe Nunder.
Nope, gotta go. I apologize. Yeah. Have a good day.
Her concerns were not heard.
He's an elected representative, and I had no opportunity, no chance to express even one sentence regarding our concerns.
There are a lot of homeowners left with barely a shell of their home. Repairs will likely cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We're devastated. Where do we start? What do we do?
We were all peacefully standing out here for hours, just wanted to get some answers, wanted to know that our county and our government would support us, and we feel really violated.
This is the inside of Laura Walsh's home.
We're all trying to clean out our homes, and some of us can afford a remediation company, but we can't afford to rebuild. And people are walking away from their homes.
Her home was the first built in Laurel Meadows 24 years ago. The home that brought her happiness for so long now leaves her in despair.
Heartbroken, defeated. We need help.
In Sarasota County, Kimberly Cuisin, Fox 13 News. While the water is going down, residents are still searching for answers in why their community flooded and surrounding areas did not. When Kim Gregory enters her Laurel Meadows home,
the living room,
she's overcome with a number of emotions.
Stress, sick to my stomach, just depression, overwhelmed.
On Monday, she and her family had to find higher ground as water began to rise.
I thought I would come back to some puddles. I came back to 1.5 feet of water.
For the first time this week, they are finally able to get back home without a paddle or a boat. Mulch is mixed in with floorboards that have warped and come up from the water.
And this was the baby's room, so we lost all our furniture.
Sarasota County placed a pump on Thursday at the end of Weber Road. It's helping to drain water from the surrounding area.
This was a historically significant rainfall event.
But many residents like Gregory say they've seen a lot of rain in the past and question what went wrong.
This community's been here for 20 plus years, and there's all kinds of building going around us. Something happened.
Sarasota County Public Works Director Spencer Anderson says the county will take a look.
We are waiting for that water to recede so we can actually look at the system to see if there maybe was something that is out there we can point at and say, wow, that's something that shouldn't have been there, or if it's just there was way too much water and the conveyance system wasn't designed to handle that amount of water.
Gregory has lived here for 3 years. She said their home is in flood zone X. Sarasota County says when new FEMA maps came out in March, their neighborhood was placed in a special flood hazard area. Sarasota County held a number of informational meetings on the changes, but Gregory says she was never notified, and other neighbors say the same. Many here, including Gregory, did not have flood insurance, and as she and her husband wait for answers, they can't help but feel hopeless.
It's Friday. Nothing is being done. I don't have the money to replace my house.
Sarasota County says they will be looking into what happened here, and they say they've also called on the Southwest Florida Water Management District to do the same. In Sarasota County, Kimberly Cuisin, Fox 13 News.
The last week has brought a lot of hard work and very little rest for residents on Holmes Beach as they work to clear out their flooded homes and prevent mold from growing. Fox 13's Kimberly Cuisin takes us to the neighborhood she grew up in, which still needs a lot of help.
For more than 30 years, this is the place my parents called home. The house I grew up in off of 58th Street in Holmes Beach. Like so many others, my parents thought maybe they'd get an inch or two of water. Instead, it was feet. Now, we've been lucky. We've had some amazing friends and family come in and help us remove wet drywall and take out everything that got wet. And up and down every single street along this island, so many are facing the same things we face, and there are still so many who need help. Across Holmes Beach, lives changed forever 1 week ago.
You know, you could tell the water had been up 3 to 4 feet on all the walls in the house. We're trying to get it outside and save what furniture we can, but I mean, it's a total loss.
Chuck Caudell is a singer, songwriter, and a resident since 1974.
My guitars are in the closet, which I'm afraid to open up.
He's also our neighbor, now working like us to save what he can.
The hardest part is seeing our friends and neighbors, what they're going through, and like you guys, your family, and just, you know, everybody is just so overwhelmed. There's just so much to do. And you have to get everything out of the house that you care about before it molds.
One house over, Paige Phelps wears a mask as she packs up items that didn't get wet.
This whole home got probably 3 to 4 feet. Unsalvageable, uninhabitable.
Piles of belongings and memories sit outside, all too often the subject of scavengers.
Help instead of taking things. And they're not healthy to be taking anyway. I mean, that's why we're throwing them out.
The Center of Anna Maria Island organizes volunteers like Ryan Quigley, Danny Whitley, and the Sullivan family. But at times, there are more people to help than volunteers to respond.
We have 92, 80s, 60s, 70s, all through, alone, single, have no help.
They're asking for additional volunteers daily to help a community that's provided memories for so many.
Our community members need help moving furniture, appliances, saturated rugs and things out of their homes. We need people to help with drywall removal and really just get their hands dirty. We need muscles.
To help, call the Center of Anna Maria Island at 941-778-1908. The center has set up supplies and even hot food to help those with the long road ahead. From Holmes Beach, Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.